is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Yeti Express DFS podcast. I tried to put a quick little review in there from yesterday with a little bit of music. We won about $40 total on FanDuel yesterday, so we were up over there. We profited $7 on DraftKings, so we were up over there. If you want to use all of the tools that I'm using to build winning lineups, you can do so by trying out Draft Dashboard 30 days for $1 by clicking my link in the description below. Let's get into the lineup optimizer, or the position optimizer. Point guard today, we're going to be focusing on FanDuel for the most part because we've had success over there. So we're going to focus over there to start. Point guard today, I like Russell Westbrook. Like him quite a bit. Ranks out really well. He's got a 100 rank. He's got a 54% chance to hit 5x value at 29% ownership. He'll be the most high-owned stud today, in my opinion. But we'll start there. Another guy I like is Jeff Teague. Teague, I expect him to play this game. He was out yesterday, so that's why his projection value is at 0 right now. It's kind of early, so it's hard to tell who's in and who's out. It's 9:30 again, usually about the same time we always do our videos. But if Teague plays at this price tag, he should absolutely get there. And it's a point guard position that really doesn't have a whole lot to look at. So him or like Corey Joseph make a lot of sense. Joseph could be your punt. I think he makes quite a bit of sense, but I think for now we're going to go Corey Joseph because we don't have enough news on Teague yet. Shooting guard position. Shooting guard, I'm going to add Jimmy Butler in my player pool, but he's more of a DraftKings play than he is a FanDuel play. 8,300 is a little harder to get to over here, but you could consider him on both sites, I guess. It's just he's $1,200 more expensive on FanDuel than he is for DraftKings, so I prefer him on DraftKings opposed to FanDuel. One guy I do really like on both sites is Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder is got a 6x projection. He's got 13% expected ownership with a 63% chance to hit 5x. So I think he makes a lot of sense. Wes Matthews, this guy's scoring dependent. He's going to need to score the ball to get into the range that you need him to get into. But Wesley Matthews is a big beneficiary of Sabonis being out, and Tyreek Evans was battling. I think he had some kind of goofy injury. I want to say it might have been an illness or something, but he had something goofy going on with him, so where he missed yesterday. So something to keep an eye on. But I think he makes a viable play in the punt range, like I normally talk about on FanDuel, 3,500 to 4,200 ideally. But on a smaller slate, you can extend that up to 46 to 40 or to 5K. So I think he makes an interesting spot. When speaking about punting, I think there was a whole lot else I liked over here. I think it was just those two for now. Harden, if Paul were to sit, Paul has yet to play a back to back. If Paul sits, I think Harden immediately becomes interesting. He probably becomes more interesting than Russell Westbrook. So it's just something to keep an eye on if Paul were to miss for any reason. Small forward today. Small forward, I kind of like Chetty Osman. He's been playing. He's kind of a guy that's all over the map, but in a good matchup against New York, you could see him, do another 35 to 40 in my opinion. So I think he makes for a lot of sense on FanDuel. Let's see if there's anybody else I liked here at small forward. Not a whole lot. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head who our other play was. And it was Kevin Durant. He's just got a small small price tag for being Kevin Durant. He's got a 5x projection. He's got a 57% chance to hit value. Expected ownership's at 7 right now, but I expect that to go up. Comparison to Paul George. George is expected to get 13% more ownership. And when talking about ownership, yesterday I gave you Eric Bledsoe, who put up over 50 on both sites. He was like 2% owned in single entry on DraftKings, and he was 8% owned in my 100-man. So no one went to him. I knew no one was going to go to him because he got burned. He burned so many people last game. So I just locked him in, and he was a big part of my success. The one player that really screwed me on both sites was Draymond Green, who just fucking sucked, but can't win them all, I guess. But Draymond Green was in a super smash spot. He got in foul trouble, and he killed my. I mean, he's the reason why we didn't win closer to 500 to 600, because we had him in almost every single one of our lineups. He was actually the drop for me on FanDuel in most of my lineups, which was kind of ridiculous at 6,700. So big FU to Draymond Green. Power forward today, I got Kevin Love with some interest for me. He's got a 21% expected ownership. His chance to hit 5x is not really high. One thing that's still concerning about Kevin Love is the minutes, but I think he'll be forced to play closer to 25 to 30 minutes today. It's a risky play, but I think it's one I'm willing to take against New York. I just think Kevin Love is a great player if he gets the run. At 7,500, he really only needs 35 to 40 at that price tag. It's a smaller slate, so I think we can gamble on that one a little bit. The other guy I like is going to be the chalkiest player on the slate, and it is Mike Scott. And here's why. He will have a lot higher than 8% ownership, I promise you that. But Mike Scott and Jonah Bolden will be the highest owned players on the slate because Boban's out, Embiid is out, and he just makes for an easy plug-and-play value guy. So Mike Scott at 4,500 makes a ton of sense to me. Alrighty, at center today, there's a couple guys I like, especially on FanDuel. I really wanted to get to Clint Capella, but I couldn't make it work. So we actually went and got Mitchell Robinson again. DeAndre Jordan's already been ruled out. Robinson's got an elevated price tag. I don't like playing Mitchell Robinson here, but he was the guy that fit. I'd prefer to get in Capella, but I might have to wait for some more value to open up, but that's going to be the move that I'm looking to make, is to force in Capella and get Robinson out, but I'm just not able to do it right now until we hear more news about injuries and value. Lineup optimizer, so this is what I got on FanDuel. We didn't have Jimmy Butler here. We had Wes Matthews, Schroeder, we had KD, Love, Scott, Robinson. So here was the lineup that I want. We can get to Capella. This is a lineup that I would play if I get a little bit more news. It's 300 over the salary, so I need some more value to open up. But yeah, something along these lines. We can lock in Russ. We can lock in Wes. We can lock this guy. We can lock KD. Let's lock Scott and Capella and see what we get. Yeah, this lineup looks pretty good, but it leaves 900 on the table. I don't know if I want to get that cute with it. You could go up to like Terrence Ross if you wanted to. Ross burned a lot of people last time out, so his ownership could be down. He could be in the same spot Bledsoe was in yesterday. So something like that maybe. Leaves 200 on the board. Still kind of a unique lineup. DraftKings, on DraftKings, I haven't taken really a first look over here yet, but I know I'm going to want to get Mike Scott in on both sites. I know I want Jimmy Butler. Let's just put Kevin Love at the center position so we can make it easier to build this quickly. Mike Scott's going to be dirt cheap. Let's get Jimmy Butthurt in here. I'm going to find him first. Oh, he's down here. So we get Jimmy in here. Now I'm going to get Mike Scott in here. Schroeder, that's fine. We want to get Westbrook in here. He's already in here. Wiggins, no thanks. We can roll the dice again on Draymond Green. Let's get off Josh Richardson and go get Evan Fournier. Something like this on DraftKings. Schroeder, Wes Matthews, Butler, Scott, Love, Draymond Green, Westbrook, Fournier. Something like that is kind of my first look now. Just kind of show you where we're at. Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do yourself a favor and subscribe to this channel. We've been putting out some great content lately. Yesterday you got a super low owned play that put up 50. That's like 2 or 3 days in a row I've done that. So today, for instance, you could play Draymond Green or Terrence Ross at low ownership and probably get to where you want to go just for a filler. Click the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Have yourselves a good Thursday afternoon. Let me know what you like of the channel, what you didn't like. I'll give you the cheat sheet quick because I almost forgot. I get asked about this quite a bit. So here's the cheat sheet. Favors is getting a lot of love. Not a huge fan of that, but there you have it. Bam! If Whiteside misses, there's a lot of plays that make sense once we get news on who's going to play and who's not. Alrighty, have yourselves a good Thursday.